Welcome back to Steins Gate. We have made a time machine. Time travel paranoia. Oh, Chapter 2, Interpreter Rendezvous. We have new mail. The dawn of a new day. Let's see. What would we get mail from? Holy shit! Moeka here. Moeka here. Are you a student, Okabe-kun? Are you on summer break? Moeka. Are you a day person or a night person? If you'd rather I email you around a certain time, let me know. I want you to reply as soon as you can, but I don't want to be a bother, so let me know, okay? Moeka. By the way, I don't like talking on the phone, so please don't call me. Bye-bye, Moeka. I just remembered I didn't tell you my phone number. That's okay. I'm a lot more comfortable communicating by email. Anyway, what about you, Okabe-kun? Moeka. Are you still asleep? Rise and shine. Have you talked to the super hacker yet? Oh, I'd also like to hear more about John What's-His-Face. I'm super curious. Moeka. Wake up! I'm nocturnal, so I usually don't go to bed until the sun comes up. It's not so bad once you get used to it. Mainly when you wake up, okay? Moeka. Wow, we got a lot of fucking email. We got a lot of fucking emails. Holy shit. Actually, it's already noon. We didn't sleep at all. Sleep deprivation makes the summer sun seem all the brighter. I really don't want to go outside, but I'm fed up with the humidity inside the lab. Ocarin's a P. Perv. So that came through in 2 parts, too. I chug a bottle of Dr. P. My stomach protests. Maybe I drank too fast. I'm exhausted. My hands are shaking slightly, and my vision is cloudy. I could pass out if I'm not careful. Maybe I should take a shower. That should stave off exhaustion, if only temporarily. This building has a basic shower room. There's no bath, but it's enough. The lab would be hell without it. Daru is at his computer, his back turned towards me. His right leg is bouncing impatiently. The room is mostly silent, save for the electric fans humming and Daru's mouse clicks. Daru doesn't look my way. He doesn't try to start a conversation. Neither do I. I don't have the energy. Outside is a sunny summer afternoon, but inside the air is stale and empty of life. Yesterday, that shocking experiment convinced me that the PhoneWave, name subject to change, was also a time machine. But Kurisu didn't seem willing to accept the results. She just started screaming. And then she took a mad dash out of the lab. Okay. It was like she couldn't get out of here fast enough. As for Mayuri, she was depressed about her chicken and bananas, so she skipped her daily costume sewing and went home. Grudges over food run deep, I guess. That they do. Which leaves the lab empty, save for Daru and me. Our enthusiasm shot through the roof when we realized that the PhoneWave, name subject to change, had tremendous hidden potential. We nearly died of excitement after successfully sending an email to the past. So we stayed up all night doing experiments to confirm whether or not the PhoneWave, name subject to change, is indeed a time machine. The results, however. We went to the supermarket and stocked up on a wide variety of items. We tossed each of them into the PhoneWave, name subject to change, but everything failed. No change. Nothing happened. After the experiment where the discharge phenomenon occurred, everything warmed up normally. No jellification. Suddenly, we couldn't get anything to happen. We still have no idea why. First, let's review the problems revealed by this last run of experiments. Problem 1. Electrical discharge safety precautions. We removed everything flammable from the development room to reduce the risk of fire. We also prepared 2 fire buckets full of water, just in case. But that's not a fundamental solution. I'm pretty sure that doesn't actually help electrical fires. I'm pretty sure that's a bad idea. We'll keep an eye out from now on, but if things get dangerous, we should seriously consider relocating our experiments. Problem 2. Mass increase. When the discharge phenomenon occurs, the phone wave, named subject to change, suddenly gains mass for unknown reasons. Because of this, the microwave broke the table and made a dent in the floor. That is bizarre. And now it's just camped out safely in the floor. To deal with this issue, we placed the microwave on the floor. We spread cushions and blankets underneath. This hides the hole in the floor, too. It's only a temporary fix, though. If we make any more holes, Mr. Braun is quite capable of raising my rent. And that's to say nothing of the calamity it will cause if it falls through the floor. Anyway, we need to find the source of the mass increase. If amateurs like us even can, that is. But the first two problems pale before the third. This last problem is critical. Until we solve it, we can't even really experiment with the phone wave, named subject to change. Problem 3. We're not even sure of the necessary conditions to send email to the past. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't pin down a single condition. We spent the entire night doing trial and error. We tried over 40 different things, but not once could we reproduce the discharge phenomenon. I had the idea that opening the microwave door was the key. That theory was proven false. There might be something else I'm missing, but for now, we're at an impasse. We started off in high spirits, but we grew more and more frustrated as time progressed. Which brings us to the present. Honestly, I gave up. That's why I spent the entire morning lazing about like this. Another email pops up on my phone. From... Who's this from? Who's this from? Who's this? Shining Finger. You sleep too much. I haven't gotten a reply yet. Are you still asleep? You sleep too much, Okabe-kun. You're living like an old man. Well, I guess I'm not one to talk. LMAO. Anyway, let me know when you have something on the IBN 5100. Pretty please, Moeka. Okay. I've been getting way too many of these since yesterday. They're all from Shining Finger, the woman called Kiryu Moeka. I've never used email this often before. Even Mayuri only sends me 1 or 2 a day, and she's a teenage girl. Frankly, this is starting to get on my nerves. I saw how fast Shining Finger typed. That should have been enough to tip me off that she was a male demon. A male demon! I was careless. It's too much of a pain to reply, so I ignore it. Well, that's not nice. I finish off my bottle of Dr. P. My stomach gurgles. I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. I'm so hungry I don't even feel like showering. I call out to Daru, who's hammering on the keyboard. Oh, Mayuri! Mayushi's spending money is getting dangerously low. You and Daru need to chip in some, too, sometimes. You don't want to get between me and my food. Spending money or food? Don't get angry. Next time I'll treat you to anything you want to eat. So keep buying more bananas for the sake of our experiments. Now that's a good Okada eaten. Good boy. I call out to Daru, who's hammering on the keyboard. Too much trouble. But... Oh, come on. What is he doing on the computer anyway? I'm curious, so I casually peek over his shoulder. There's an image of a futuristic-looking facility I've never seen before. Richly colored cords crawl toward a gigantic octagonal tunnel, like the interior of a spaceship from a sci-fi movie. Based on the height of the people in the picture, the tunnel looks to be more than 10 meters tall. Incidentally, the people don't look Japanese. Daru sighs hardly. I don't know if the blank look in his eyes is from sleepiness, exhaustion, or if something's just wrong with him. It is hella sexy. Large hard-on. No. Large hard-on colander. Is that an incantation? No. A secret technique? Hadron Collider. I grab Daru's relaxed shoulders and wring them out. Explain yourself. Of course. Oh. Okay. Seriously, Moe. That is the... I would date the hell out of LHC-chan. Yeah. I mean... I want to fuck the collider. That's it. I said it. And yet you'll do anything to avoid things that don't interest you. Hypocrite. Good old CERN. That name. That Skype notification. I thought I set myself to invisible. I've seen it somewhere, and recently. Where was it again? On John Titor's forums. On channel. Oh, of course. So you're familiar with the new John Titor now. But once again, I had hoped that Daru would remember, but no such luck. I don't remember all of it, but there's one thing I'm sure of. Well. The choice of Steins Gate. There it comes up again. Come meet me, John Titor. I want to show you my time machine. Vigor returns to my body. Curiosity truly is the greatest delicacy for a mad scientist like me. Anyway, the PhoneWave, name subject to change, experiment has hit a dead end for now, so it shouldn't matter if I make a little detour for this. Okay. My CERN, my LHC-chan folder. Daru strikes his keys with renewed passion. CERN. Oh, this is my wrong folder. This is my 2D folder. He goes to the My Pictures folder and opens the folder literally called CERN. We don't need to look at that. You know what the web is. HTML, hypertext markup language, HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol? That World Wide Web. Oh, this is hypertext markup language, yep. Hypertext transfer protocol, yep. Transfers data between HTML, between a browser and a web server. Yeah. Literally used to call up files on a web server. CERN invented that? All I know about CERN is what I read in Titor's book. I never knew they were that amazing. I wonder if that isn't just timeline bollocks. I wouldn't doubt it if it was true, but somehow I... Particle physics, okay. All the sexy rings. I was just doing that as a joke before, but oh god. Collider-ton? Otaku possessed the ability to anthropomorphize in moe form just about anything in the world simply by sticking tan on the end of its name. Daru's powers even encompass particle accelerators. Daru doesn't seem to notice my shock. He just brings up the next image. Oh. Oh no. Those mini black holes will swallow the Earth. Mini black holes? Pretty sure Titor said his time machine used mini black holes. Are the things he said about CERN true? Oh no. Is CERN gonna be the big bad? What's the possibility of that actually happening? That it won't. Good job. Well, that's good. If I remember correctly, Titor claimed that CERN began time machine research in 2001. In 2034, they completed the time machine. Or they complete the time machine. Right now, it's 2010. If they actually started that research, it would have been 9 years ago. According to their official announcements, they only began experimenting in 2008. That's suspicious. Of course, that's assuming Titor's story is true. Some of Titor's predictions were on the mark, but most weren't. I'm also perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about Titor's 2000 appearance. There's something important in Titor's tale. Or at least I want there to be. I take out my phone and put it to my ear. Finally, we found one. Huh. Mad scientist intuition. I put away my phone, then turned to find Daru giving me an exasperated look. Shockingly. What's that? I wanted him to say something like, well, why the hell not? So what's in it for me? And then we'd continue like this, grinning slyly the whole time. But Daru doesn't give two shits about me. A week's worth of potato chips? 10 days. You sure are a glutton. I don't think I can get at my phone yet. The dive makes you a hungry man. Ooh. Deal. Get started. You got it, boss. Or something like that. Yep, a real cool conversation. That was so cool. Just hearing that from Okarin makes me happy. Thank you very much. Oh, we're good to Mayuri. Even after we spent money on her bananas and jellified them. We'll make it up to her. But the real world Daru just purses his lips. That's good advice. Try to sound intelligible before you sound intelligent. Work with me here. Jeez. Big difference. No. Oh, of course. Daru stares at me in disbelief. Oh boy. Functional time machine for pocket-sized objects. I look Daru straight in the eye as I answer. Looks like that made him understand my position. Daru sweeps the garbage off his desk and sits up straight. Fair enough. Suddenly Daru was bursting with energy. It's like his earlier lethargy was a lie. We're actually hacking into CERN. A week's supply of potato chips into your Swiss bank account. Daru doesn't respond. He's already deep in concentration. I lie down on the sofa and let the clacking of Daru's keyboard lull me to sleep. He's actually gonna hack into CERN. I wake up to the twilight sun streaming in through the window. Stop that. From Ferris. Original sin level rising to 180%. Kyoma. When operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet, yeah? You don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Well, I suppose that might make things interesting, yeah? Yeah. Well, I feel like we should reply interesting. You, what are you scheming? She is scheming something, that nefarious cat maid. A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. Dar was exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. I look around the room, but I can't find Mayuri. Maybe she's not coming today. I guess food-related grudges really do run deep. Well, we promised to buy her anything. I stand up and stretch. I don't want to bother Dara, so I don't say anything to him. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and quench my thirst. Nothing refreshes like Dr. P. Then I throw myself back down on the sofa and start browsing channel on my phone. What perfect timing! Titor is currently posting in the thread. The Everett Wheeler model is correct. Please look it up to learn more. Seems you're all still continuing to perceive notions of time. Time does not simply run from past to future like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the laws of causality do not allow contradictions to occur. The result of an event, the effect is changed, the event itself, the cause, also changes to prevent a paradox. That's why there are so few people who can observe changes in divergence, being the world line's percent difference from the standard. Die, troll. You claim to be a time traveler without any proof. Stock trends, please. I'm counting on you, Mr. Time Traveler. If you can't observe changes in divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? Oh, I know. Your time machine has a magical device that measures it for you. Lol, 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 lol. Oh, and you still haven't explained how a research institution conquers the world. Details, Plox. Oh noes! Humanity's doomed. What has science done, .jpg? Lol, noobs responding seriously to troll thread. This Titor guy's a shitty troll. Oh no. Hoyun Kyoma. Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion, plebeian scum? If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, a time machine traveling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Titor's points have merit. By the way, Titor, I'd like to know more about CERN. What can you tell us about their current activities? Tell me which horse wins the next Emperor's Cup. I'll bet my entire life savings. Everett Wheeler model equals many worlds interpretation. Basically, that means parallel worlds. What's with all the stupid name tags? This Hoyon Kyoma is more annoying than Titor. You call yourself John Titor, but you're fluent in Japanese. Writing in English would at least make it seem more realistic. You can't do English, can you? Can I ask you a favor, Titor-san? My mom died last year in the Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mom from leaving home, then I can undo her death. So please lend me your time machine. Oh, you're... What? No one seems particularly interested in what I said about time not flowing in a singular direction. That's proof that your preconceptions are deeply ingrained. Honestly, it bothers me that you simply accept that as the truth. I'm starting to understand why CERN was able to take over so easily. Whenever a major event causes divergence to change, the timeline is reconstructed to prevent paradoxes from occurring. For example, let's say that a major event causes the world line to diverge into a new world line, call it world line B. On world line B, I'm afraid to say, channel never existed. As the timeline is reconstructed, all your memories of reading and posting on channel will disappear, to be replaced by memories of you doing something else. In other words, by changing the present, you change the past. I wrote about CERN yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe the lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro-black holes. Uh-oh, Kyoma's up next. I desire only to quench my intellectual thirst. Unlike you closed-minded fools, I will reserve judgment until after I've heard what Titor has to say. And then I will make contact with Titor and acquire his time machine for myself. The great mad scientist, Hoyon Kyoma, will have the last laugh. Suck it, sleazebags. Tell me stock prices are fucking die. I won't believe until you tell me. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiot. That's altering people's memories. Who the hell can alter the memories of nearly 6.7 billion people? Do you even realize how stupid that sounds? I think I would have noticed if someone went and screwed with my brain. And what does any of that have to do with the many worlds interpretation? Do some research, lol. Micro black holes. Lol, 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 lol. Wait, the future's a wasteland? That means I can be a road warrior and ride a mod buggy, right? I'm gonna go get me a mohawk. Anyone know where I can buy Spike's shoulder pads? I checked CERN's homepage. It says they've been experimenting since 2009. Can they really make black holes? What the hell's gonna happen? Does Titor have a mohawk? God, that's fucking moe. Are you implying our brains make the world? Are you saying the universe is a giant tree and we're the branches or something? That's some EVA level bullshit right there. Go back to 2036. Is this how you reply to a specific person? Thank you for showing me. Reconstruction of the timeline and alteration of people's memories. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent on saying they're different? With a few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across world lines. They are reconstructed along with everything else when divergence changes. What's a road warrior? Is that Ferris? I'm immersed in a heated internet argument when an unfamiliar voice interrupts me. No, that's not Ferris. Oh, that's Biker Chick. The door opens and a girl peeks inside. I recognize her. It's the girl I met yesterday at the Brawn Tube workshop. Yep. When our eyes meet, she smiles. Oh, our TV. Daru's typing gets even faster. Looks like he's in the zone. It would be a bad idea to disturb him with our voices. I nod to the girl and hurry outside. What was this girl's name again? I think it was something like Aruma or Amore. Oh right, Amane. Amane Suzuha. Right. Do we make future gadgets? No, I'm sure Mr. Braun told her. I raised my guard and spring into praying mantis stance. Oh no! But Suzuha just stares blankly. Oh. Whoops. I lower my guard. Why didn't you just say so? This is important secret. Protect it with your life. Suzuha nods firmly. Is it just me, or are her eyes gleaming? She's excited about this. Whoa. 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 What do you have against CERN? She nods to herself for some reason. And contemptible? I thought I was the only one who uses words like that in normal conversation. That's a bit of a jump. Okay. Me and my big mouth. The window. Come to think of it, it was open and Daru and I were talking loudly. Okay, I guess that's possible then. Can you really hear us from there? I look up to the second floor. Window's still open, fully open, but I can't hear a thing. I guess Daru's working quietly. I look down. There's an unfamiliar bicycle parked in front of the Brawn Tube workshop. One of those mountain bikes. Its frame is all sparkly. Its tire is mostly clean. It's probably new. Is that Amane's bike? It looks pretty fast, but whose is it? Suzuha opens the Brawn Tube workshop door with a wry smile. Are you gonna get him some customers? Reconnoiter? Now that's not a word. Now there's a word you don't hear in casual conversation. You're an interesting girl. Pretty sure it means to perform reconnaissance, to scout an area and gather intelligence. Is she some kind of secret agent? Secret agent. I follow Suzuha into the store. Okay. All the rumors about CERN? Damn, we were careless. Looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. But if we do that, the lab will turn into a scorching hell. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. Or else Men in Black will raid us. Luke Echo, I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some, and got their seal of approval. Would it be if I baked some for your lab friends, Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with Samidare when you have time. P.S. I managed 10 practice swings today. Oh, good job, Luca. Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, you can come cook for us any free day if you want. I'll even provide you with a maid uniform. Okabe, no. No. Bad. Bad, Okabe. Fucking hell. Oh, boy. Suzuha grins and thumps her chest confidently. All is quiet inside the Brawn Tube workshop. That gigantic TV isn't on. Mr. Brawn's not here either. He didn't want to deal with you. Probably went to see the chipmunk, his little girl. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, I'm picking my beloved daughter up from school. Or my beloved daughter has a cold with a huge grin on his face. He's a proud papa. He dotes on her too much. It probably just annoys her. Anyway, how irresponsible can you be to neglect work to see your daughter? He used to put a back soon sign on the door whenever he left. But now he has Suzuha to take care of things while he's gone. Suzuha lightly taps the TV on the counter. 1,000 yen, okay. Damn, manager. But he gave it to us just so he could charge repair fees. He gives him business. I reluctantly take a bill out of my wallet and hand it to Suzuha. She takes out a receipt. Apparently it was already written out. Well, going down the stairs is a lot easier than going up the stairs. Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is no easy task, woman! We're already in the age where women do what? She mutters, her tone pensive. How sarcastic of her. Oh, now you're just rubbing it in. Applause. Oh boy. Hmm? Coloring gentleman. This power allows me to see through lies. Lies appear to glow red, then they die. No. Okay. Suzuha's eyes pop, but then she clears her throat as if to hide her surprise. Absolutely. When I nod, she whispers into my ear. I am Oyun Kyoma. I thrust out my chest as far as possible to display my majesty. Flutter out my coat. Show off my, well-covered tail feathers. Mwah! Okay, that's the second alarming thing you've said. After muttering some nonsense to herself, she finally nods in understanding. Absolutely not. Well, someone's ferocious. What? The fuck? What the hell is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? Outside in the mount? Oh. No, wait, don't tell me. Miss Golgo? No. No. Trying to gloss things over with an insincere smile. Her confusion is suspicious. That reminds me, I think I remember her saying some awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday. None that concern you, woman. Brooding tension runs between us. Our eyes meet. Invisible sparks scatter. I get mail. Shining finger. Por favor, Okabe-kun. I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. And please tell me the Super Hacker's email address when you can. If you don't get cracking, someone else might get to the IBN 5100 first. Moeka. Well, I would reply to you if it gave me the option to. And then an email arrives to break the stalemate. I turn my attention away from Suzuha. This ringtone is starting to piss me off. It's most likely from that male demon, Shining Finger. Well, if its ringtone's starting to piss you off, then let's change the ringtone. Let's change the beginning of fight. Let's change it to precaution. That honestly sounds like snatcher music. I can tell without even checking. This is getting ridiculous. She's got some stalker qualities and maybe split personalities. I shouldn't have given her my address. I look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. Looks like a small metal pin. Anyway, how could she be this lazy on her second day? Well, the boss isn't around, that helps. I love CRTs was a lie too, wasn't it? A what now? Okay, what's a death notice? She was just wondering if I got a death notice? How would you say that with a straight face? And what the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist? This girl is hard to get a handle on. She is certainly unique. I am intrigued now. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her. Suzuha leaps up as soon as I speak. Ooh. Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otaku than I thought. That's true. Or something like that. What are you trying to say? Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Yeah. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face. Suzuha falls back down on the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position. I'm more concerned with CERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime, after all. Fair enough. Well, as long as you understand that. A hint. Excellent plan. Tell me, Suzuha. And that is a hidden function. That reminds me, I'm pretty sure that John Titor from 2000 said something like that. Search through my memories. I only vaguely remember, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grin. Leading question. That name actually makes sense. Somewhat. For some reason, Suzuha covers her face with both her hands. Shown here. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power. Yes, yes. I'm more familiar with BASIC than APL. Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. API, a programming language. What a name! It sure is a programming language. Now that I remember, John Titor said the same thing in 2000, and right after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to the function's existence. The reason Titor traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Morika wants to use it too. Or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type who'd know about that sort of function. While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. So IBM 5100s are super rare. Maybe if I get one, I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with CERN. Oh. Interesting. Living on farms, growing their own food? Disbanding their armies, 18th century level technology, communist government. Flawless communism, that's interesting. What if my kids are among them? Maybe I should really kill your father. Protect the future. Give us answers. You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of bullshit, and now you can't tell fact from fiction, am I right? Delicious nationalist tears, lol, 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 lol. CERN probably figured it out. They've got a time machine to experiment with, right? It'd make you no better than Titor. Face the consequences, go right ahead. Titor, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come back to this time? Did you find an IBM 5100? Plugging for the commies? Get a room, guys, lol. World War III, LMAO. Isn't there supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? My goal is to change the future. Warn you of what's going to happen. Convergence will render my efforts meaningless. Even one person pays attention, that's enough. 20 hours have passed since Daru started hacking. No apparent progress and no worthy cliffhangers.